bit to me actually say I didn't know what they call me certificate was like authentic.
Ntim. Now let me tell you this. Okay, let me start. You see, when it comes to the law, there is no assumption there. Judge Biani, PBN, all the laws. Even the Supreme Court, they sometimes get it wrong. Internet on reviewer, they can sometimes change their mind. Okay, no, first they can do it, but see, say yes or no, a mistake or a B. They can sometimes change their mind. Okay. Because when you be a new law, so you research. That makes you a good law. You research it. So you share how complex the process was. There is this convention, we call it the Hague Apostille Convention. Now, Hague Apostille Convention, it was a convention that came into being, that was somewhere 1961 or so. At that convention seeks to do, and it seems about 127 countries are signatories to it. At that convention seeks to do is abolish the complexities which accompanies the authentication of documents. Because they realize that if one foreign document is moving to another foreign document, the authenticity of it to ascertain, sometimes it takes time because I feel they be an educated office, or they will check it, or they do it. A bit me this a question.
Now what they need problem, but they won't get it. Actually, when said a certificate, it takes a lot of time. In time of the time, one country they say, I do your point, they take it time.
So you have options to you. When it comes to proof in law, when you are proving something in law, not necessarily about the documentations, but if there are other corroborating credible evidence, link in some now, you can make your case out. And for instance, I'm from I'm a colleague. We were school 2013. So the fact they have to me finish some certificate does it mean them I'm colleague? However, if I'm able to lead credible evidence to show in some BCs to do, in the BCs to do to show, they indeed require. You get it? So you can call in credible witnesses to be better testify. There were options, though we knew it was difficult, but you have to get it at it. And based on the fact that that time was also we had a short period. And so we considered all those conventions, but what we realized was that Ghana was not a signatory to that convention. And it's like if Ghana was a signatory to that Apostille Convention, American, what it means is Germany is a signatory to that convention. So what it means is we'll carry all the documents to German government. Okay. Germany. They will just authenticate with one single document. And everybody, we are not signatories to it. Ghana is signatories to it. So we couldn't take that option, but that option would have been faster. You get it? We couldn't take that option. So the only option left for us, there, we have to go through the systematic authentication. That's section 161. And section 161 subsection 1 and section 161 subsection 2 of the evidence decree. You have to go through. Or if you are not able to make that, you rely on section 1613 of the evidence decree 1975. You rely on it. I don't know more a bit or leeway kakra that for some exceptional circumstances, if you are not able to authenticate it, the court should give the parties reasonable time for them to ascertain as to the veracity of documents, if so, or authentic and everything. So whether they will make their contact with embassy, who knows how they should get their information so that the court will give them. And the court itself, because there is a foreign document, the court itself is not exempted from also making its own investigation. In fact, that's the evidence decree now, that is the same section 114. So the court itself, if confronted with any difficult issue, they can call in expert witness to come and testify. So the court can do that on its own motion. And it happens a lot. Okay. So the court can decide that no, because of this incident, let's call in this expert witness to come and assess the court. Okay. Then the cost will be borne by the parties. It's a bit easier. Or any of the parties can decide that okay, then free expert witness Lumba. But one thing you should notice, expert witness, so better testify or quarter, the court is not bound by expert witness and some of the time. And they say, even if say, okay, you can friend lawyer you or Germany bed there, I'm not making you work and then Mama Kosia say one document and one some lawyer authentic if you are taking that option. Because if there's education that does not mean it's conclusive. The court in Bejato, the court per its own reasoning can decide the origin to. But when it happens like that, the court must assign reason. And the couldn't so free expert witness. Expert witness Obama near one jam to you get it. So the court is not bound by it. When you look at section 114, the court has the opportunity. So now, still on the authentication. Because we're time bound in it, these things I'm telling you, I speak them as in I have personal knowledge of it. Because I work closely with Senior William Kusi in Tano Church. So what we did was immediately after working on the injunction application, then we made contact with your contact or Germany that they should quickly do this for us. They should go to the embassy and make checks.
Through email or
those are our contacts.
Okay.
Internally again contact on the informal sidelines. So they contacted the embassy. They contacted the Ghanaian embassy in Germany, and information I knew was that they are not too how do you call it? They are not too familiar with that process. That was the information I mean. So and look at that. Or you say that say on Yaman and afraid directly but that was the information we had from our contacts, that they were not too familiar. That is Ghanaian based, they were not too familiar with the process. So Senior William Kusi insisted that no, they should try harder. So what we did was we had to send mail. I understand Ghana, we had to send mail. So Senior William Kusi instructed me. I drafted the letter. I have it here.
But I didn't get told it.
And see, let the name on the day. After each year, president, as in Ghana president, original president, Nandimo, David, each year, oh, Sisia, your case be a easy man, so and so. Now, because of that, it will be here or they authenticate some letters. It's a best song, so it's more they authenticate letters. Even the sequence of the situation to 1 way. And they attach those of Pentacle they authenticate or certify with the man. And in fact, we went to that extent of even quoting the session because we had information earlier from young reps or Germany there. They've made the contact and it seems they are not getting better information. We wanted to get it right, so we had to quote the law for them so that they know. Don't you be on your day? Yeah, but when they won't remember certification but because they're embrandish shit, they them certification. So we quoted in the letter. Section 1611, section 1612, section I can show it to you. The letter, I have a copy of it. I can show it to you.
But letter need that screen.
You have it?
Yeah, we have it.
Okay.
My producer, can we see?
So,
but
yes. Okay. So Senior William Kusi instructed me. I drafted it. Yes. So we made the request. No correction, so we finally send it. If I remember correctly, we sent it on the 6th and 7th or something like that of November. They send it. Yes, they send it. So at that time we did the injunction application somewhere. No, you drafted the 3rd. You drafted somewhere 3rd of November. They seem that within the 4th or the 5th will be the send it. And when the injunction application that was on the 28th of October. And immediately send it. We didn't get any response. We didn't get any response. So Senior William Kusi gave me the reps of Germany. They had the money to get the contact of Germany, a Ghanaian embassy or Germany. They gave us the contact. So Senior William Kusi gave me. This case I've been his right hand man. I'm not supporting. I work battle for them. I'm not them prepare me so that you will lead the charge. Then I will follow. The calculating process will be issue. So he gave me the number, Henry Frewan. So I called. In fact, the information I had was, anytime every phone they are available, you can get them. So on the 6th of November, I personally, from my own phone, I called twice. That was around 5 was a 6 phone. Then I was like, they're gonna happen. So we're out of normal working day time. So the following day, that was on the 7th of November, personally, I called again. Since I called the first time was around 11, I called. Nobody picked. In 2 hours time, that was around 1 area, on the 7th of November. Let me free you. And to me, free you. Fortunately for me, one lady picked. We were freezing. So when the lady picked, we introduced her. Let me be Sunday. Can she confirm receipt of our email we've sent to them? I said yes. They've received it. That was about 3 days later. Now, so not kind of yes, so confirm that they've received it. Now we will hear from them. Okay. You get it. And this was the time we were nearing a work and CMC. You better start the trial because the trial started hearing and starting 17th. So yeah, the time was so crying. So what it means is you have to hatch different plans.
Even my lady Yahweh.
We told the court. Okay. Every time we were objecting and we told the court.
In fact, give you time.
We told
so one more time.
Time meaning we actually set timelines, but we told the court. We wanted the court to be in the know. Okay. That this is what we are facing. You get it? Okay. And in fact, in our addresses, you know there, a case, you write addresses or submissions. In our submissions, we wrote under the supervision of Senior William. You told me, Henry, fair one efficient number. Let it come in so that it will be on record that this is what we attempted. In the ShowBiz submissions, pages 16, 17, and 18, particularly page 18, we spoke about it at length. Now, even yes, I also cry. We went even further to even give recommendation. I think our submission is Senior William or the copy man. So if you are why then I'm committing my confirm. The copy paradigm, but they send in there. He can read it so that you will see. So we indicated it in it. And see, when the lady said she had confirmed there, okay, once I can mail, we will hear from them. We sent the mail somewhere around the 6th or the 7th. It was on the 10th of November when they responded officially. They forwarded the documents to the appropriate office for further action to be taken. Now, case no. Case no. And see, what Senior William decided to do was okay. And one thing about proving law, when you are proving foreign law, it is not only based on expert witness. As I said, expert witness, you can come and testify. The court is not bound by it. Or pure fact, or pure unfact. But there are other means of proving your case. You get it? And in the judgment from my lady Kraken, from the if the videos were man with I heard people saying that and no video. Those videos na mama could say Sawana, Lumba was signed over case. It came after the case, after the judgment had been rendered. Okay. And see, then we had to hatch another plan. Yen Supina, a German embassy, somebody there, Number speak to, and what can they do? Those documents. Now, this is the situation. Yes, about the authenticity of those documents we have. And this was even against the backdrop that they had even given us confirmation letter from German embassy. Will confirm the document we have is authentic. They say we move that letter. About
it's one what they pay.
Yeah, they didn't hear the count. In fact, that letter, that confirmation letter from German what kind of embassy now? What confirming the mommy I could say the documents or authentic. Though it is coming from the German embassy in Ghana. So that became it's a German embassy, but it's German. You know it's in Ghana, it's German. So even the confirmation letter itself needs authentication. Is here applied. Okay, more UTV do. So the confirmation letter itself. Yes, though it was given by German embassy or Ghana Day, but they are not in Ghana per se. You get it? They are in Germany. It is like if Germany never idea. It's still crying. You need authentication. It's a foreign document. Into so if Germany no be you, so if Ghana embassy no fear you. They are all foreign documents. Okay. So the confirmation letter itself, no other confirm the price, still needs authentication. Wow. So this letter was even part of the document we emailed to Ghana embassy or Germany. They should authenticate all these documents for us. In the account, somebody, anybody the German embassy can provide to speak to those documents. But as I said, what the one more probable If you're lucky, they can come. If you're lucky, they will not come. But they are not bound by your subpoena and what court processes. If they can come. So they didn't come. Now
this issue is very.
Oh yes. So Ebika there, no senior William Busina 1 year in one authenticate documents. Now this is the effort we put in, and we made it go on record. On by any submission, we put it there. There, this is what we faced, and in fact, we made even recommendations in our submissions we wrote to the court. Until now, we were left with one option. The option was to rely on Section 161, subsection 3 of the evidence decree.
What the no example said, it will be difficult for you to get the certificate.
Oh, man,
no, sir,
no, that doesn't mean that man quality. Say, the certificate is sure. That does not mean there should be so many means to prove there. Yes.
No, you don't need to do other things to prove.
No. What I know, they don't print second certificate. Oh, what I know from Legon. I thank you for it. Okay, what I know from Legon, they don't print second certificate. In fact, even when you change your name, it's difficult for them to recognize.
National ID card,
that is different.
Any different.
The universities are very careful.
No, it is a keep records. Listen, Ayera, Opa could prove, also to me prove, say, Ayera. Yeah, what we prove, say, Ayera, never plentiful for them.
I wish somebody would call it. No, I wish somebody would call it. It's very difficult.
Some say difficult.
I doubt.
Who say difficult?
They do a second reprint of certificates.
And I'm saying, what they say difficult, and just say it means I'm mouth.
I don't know. Let me ask you that.
That's a second.
National identification card is different. But universities, no. What's the same with them crying? Apart from it's very difficult for the universities for them to recognize it because of fraud and some one results. It's very difficult for them to take cognizance of you changing your name.
Who change of name no university? The money is difficult. They say okay, Nipan can it a be a resource for the buyer. So it will not be a thing who could change anything. I'm going to see you it will you apply. First, it will my investigation. I'm primary school. I saw say a water. So take it time. Time when taking it said, and yet if he SHS but no more check you. Primary school, you know, I saw say one before say yes. So even within the same country, no, not a marriage certificate from another country to Ghana. But I have to say a simple say verification. Any they can come in our simple. Then, now, as lawyers, they are saying themselves, when you mama on the same, will be the case in the home. Now, state the case now. What's the case? Yabo masa advice. Counsel, pity. Me say, be the case in the home. We be the case now. No case with the person. And I am wow. It's young policy. With me.
Oh yes.
Somewhere.
Yes, we do that.
In one lawyer, we be the sick as me come. We shall send me to us by Belus.
Oh, we do that.
I mean, you know, it was a task.
Oh yes, we do. In fact, Senior William Gusi, for instance, or apostle. It is so. Cases go away. Oh yeah. Some cases go away deep in the man.
Better.
He can just tell you. He can just tell you go and settle. Don't do this. And the quarter. This one it won't help. Yes, more than 20 years at so you advise you don't have a case.
Casa hiding and all, making a catch was man, you're afraid to mammy. In that, submission naturally say, complication, being complexities, people are some way. I want the also a very difficult, but I will tell me. And some more Ghana for in any impressions at the end because who seen about out now, who bloggers, cameras and yet some and will be any. I think to say, other side for Banom, you should because all my own side is simple. But I know some mission to the side here from the beginning. Set a lot of complications. Another one. And so, you see, the friend is over to one more. The friend is over to one more. The next is something also to one more. It is said you're not senior ever out or move things who are doing the cocoa. But you can become a Miko to tribute or say, the best case or would they be now? You drew the one you should treat just say the one of which the power. And then a pussy baby, I will see, and a motor chilling. Okay. But what I say, it's added to a mamma, madam, who say, and this well to say, I dare not, and yes, some post.
So, the life of the Lord, the lawyers will tell you the life of the Lord has never been straight and simple like that. In every case, we are presented to. It's not make a day. The same facts, the same evidence, when presented to a different judge, will come to a different conclusion. In fact, you see, yes, anytime it may come to a different conclusion. In fact, you see, there is this school of thought in law, American realists. Oliver Wendell Holmes will tell you, the law is in the bosom of the judge. So, what Judge A will see, that Judge A bit more far, record of proceedings, will see, but this place, he admitted this, he admitted that. Based on this, no, he deserves it. Another judge will not turn the mind over there. Or better, no. When I look at this, when I look at that, he doesn't deserve it. In America, the same facts when presented to a different judge may come to a different. In fact, this year, we've won a similar case like that. Senior Williams, we won a similar case.
That is so we are.
Oh yes, foreign marriage. So based on in America, the judge Biani, based on the fact presented to him, the evidence led may come to a different conclusion. Judgment or opinion of the court. You get it? Judgment, the opinion of the court. So somebody can even somebody
who really is that case before this one.
So that was even before. In fact, even that one, you see, even that one, authentication was a problem. But you know, there were so many ways we led evidence to prove.
That's how I highlighted to you.
So you get it.
This one.
Instead of making it, when you are proving in evidence, so many ways, provided there are legal means of proving your case. That is evidence. You get it. Instead of making it, the same facts presented to a different judge may come to a different conclusion. The same facts presented to a different judge will come to the same conclusion. You get it? So, judgments are opinion of the court. There have been situations, somebody will not get it at the trial court, will go to appeal, will not get it. Will go to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court will be like,
lawyer,
then they will change it.
When you saw can you see, and I probably said, judgment is not based on law.
No, T. You see, I have one belief, I have one opinion, me personally. That is why I always welcome dissenting opinions from one train out of the course. Because I have a personal belief that it's either we are all mad or we are all right. It's either we are all correct or we are all wrong. There should be somebody who should think outside the box. When you take judgments, so what for judgments are okay? You think the right is simple like that? Watertight. But on appeal, it turns into something else. What it means is that when you sit down, when you do your homework well, on appeal, anything can happen. Judgments are not written lightly. No, because every judgment is well written. So it's up to you, the lawyer, to read and see where you put your foot. Every judge. You see, let me tell you this. Okay, Mamika be been sure. You see, our Almighty. You see, one one of judges in recent times I revere most. I have extreme respect.
And I could see a thing that if you say, only year, a hour.
That's it. So, we chair or tea for me. Them say, me, Bushani, so me, Muja, Bushani.
When you Muja, we say,
I'm
not decided.
Oh,
maybe I choke us.
Me, Bushani, I mean, Bushani.
We you say, I won't be
Muja, Bushani.
Muja.
Lumba, Papa, she, me, and I'm going to do my better than 1992. Okay. My name is Mamma Cossia, commercial at now. Okay. Until Obai, you name so near our country. Obai, I in a call, Bratchers Field, in a call. And now, we say a meeting, first meeting, also near her. In case, so Muhiana, and I be what they may be seen. So no see and I seen and I don't be sad for Steve. So say in case you near I know so me and I mean so me and so okay. And to be piano or quite a minute, I wish you a penny by in and I will be out that be able to a penny like the be in and into your coffee or no. Not first time calling so Mr. E.T. Honorable. No, Mr. E.T. A. Dinkomobi. Okay. And TV, not certain Mr. E.T. will name me. But I'm an honorable interior, and I do appear and I say, Collins. And I honorable. I didn't come on and say this now, we can't come on in a channel, so they will try. Because I call you could be a account, Emma, like said that be a Muka as a man. Skabia bar and your phone men are Simon or the same
account.
Our account in a discuss so you could use to say that they say, yeah, I feel you do baby. Sikabi free account no me unhwe alert na yem frame me nim de scanner ko me nim hwe me so me gina oma enuafo no like tiesa me bisa Collins so de bia me na mono me bisa say ona sikabi every mosiko abisu epani account wo na so nam se o ade amoye e de kasa beba abusu ani ntemo me de me gina oma mo nti bibini a me tia mo be dai and a date you share once in my minimum about the date. The car call first staff out. Now, your co-president or your Cotono, until chief of staff. We see we are nice. And if I am candidate, some certain your coachana, abonamani like yes. The second time I have called, you say I'm to president in Tino. Yakono, I mean, Yatisa Waba. Yako, let me make comment site that where they let me free. Me and I'm a crowd, so me dick, I will say, don't quite them. And I'm a going to no same for free frame say, and I want to date, and I'm sure there be, and also any tea about tea. The one I'm mark was your bring for my friend, and was a digger. Now, date more now, more to show on a one country, and I'm saying, and perform a frame, meaning shade. Now, yeah, 1 week in a year, no, we meet in a year and last. Now, Marcosia Sawa or Marcosia Brincoma or Dublin or Biao. And I didn't say, we'll be seeing you next year, ABC this year, and Tiena, and I didn't say, oh, you know, I wish I pennies or Munyan this year and 10 days. Saturday, yen none a meeting, I say, Saturday court issue behind the day, anyhow. Till decided, say, a band this year. And I'm a crime because when the moon like second week of December, said the bear, a quantiphobia or more banner, or more be doing your meet me a day. A baby. Now, Tianka say a bay, and I say, today tea and date. Nina and Kutum. Now, one day be, many of you a penny on the hotel about that. Bibia may know Sijiga, or can't put my own friend or catch me bubbles 5 times a day. who will be a kind of prayer to semi, no, will be a kind of prayer seminar, the piano, and then I did. I'm sure we did. The kind of prayer now be prayer maker and the trail. One day, Menenity will say, no, see, Jigger. We know do Bruni Akasa. We know do Bruni Akasa. My business say, oh, say, could you ever do Bruni no Ntim, say, Brian and my day. Now, Finn and I say, Send up to a penny came a cow. The Felix interview so that I wish to make Saka. Wait me a friend. Maybe a Christian, you are able to happen your boonsa. Until no bet me, whatever. Have a kind of person who can be a break. And I'll see, oh, the son and all I remember made room for my friend, or see, oh, offer. President, they were good power. Name and my name is because Charles and your day, I know my dear. Yes, now you next said in Guasia, ever become Bushana. And I wish your penny so, I could say, the grammar cap, my bisana more see saying till her credit any day. Yen Trinche. And I can't say. And also, I could say, once I make crap, minim no shame, make crap, maybe a year and come in say, excuse me, or to easily go, and I made them at say, or to tantra. Na minim na ho hwe nti wo de ye na anim se na oben onwuan nti de obeka bia na ebe de ye befa na so yo fa na eja ye gigi ye nkoma afede ye hu de be ye de kasakasa we na ba ko to asem nti ye ko bitu ko me ba ye ko shia o kuma se airport runabout Jofe in a family in a share nipa baby meeting. I mean, Saka Sakofa. Okay, so catch him, say, Obia, Hobby, no, so you dig a holiday for 20 and so far. A day I be only a bushani native. She said, I soon gave a back a war. I soon gave so my a war. If you are seen a show, and I will be now say, oh, minimum or do bruni be an fine. And I'll come on power whom say, or do bruni only. There is nothing wrong, say. No nimna say what be on. But idea any yes no for she no one can say that yes. And I make a chance of recordings and me wo me phone so no me kasa me bobi a kire wa we yembe obi a obi no so de inde fatun che. And I'm so far. Abusua yi na no we ejim fa ho. Una we abusua na hene. Nti mu so far asundue be ba. If you was asundue ma if you nti e no be ka kire no obi a obi nti no me ekoso no fa hwe you want Mr. Iti, as you were chased. Yena, ye 1 week, you know. Because you are penny sergeant, Miss I want to home. Miss Ibe 400,000, Miss Ibe. And I hear meeting as you a care who be a day, a cheer. I shall 20 hay. Into a coba say a call, but you know, Yena, you were 2 for the booming once a channel. I call in our neighbor say committee in the young afraid the name baby from say 200,000 now, Mr. Iti the chair. So, Genesis, can I see? Oh, I dear in that minus or while be any so this cannot actually, because you real 1 week in a care won't be a chair. Yeah, sign and your own tea. Again, a buyer said 200 and a dada no, Yana day, Yan minor affairs in committee. No. I feel a Muslim in Scout be their child, they were so jar, and actually, and now you call another day, so about him. We receive we are nice. Only in the Casana, Papani Bisa, a Bushan say, committee no. Omoko share no, yes, so Munguna, Omo committee nana, Omo Boame, and a Bushan, and sorry, say, Omo Pacho, committee no do Maya de, then so baby Omaya Cusino. Omonya de omumfensi omo abeto oma de so mama China kasa if you are mrafo akasa nkasa e bi 80 something 90 number meeting na sibi ana omo se o ye ba efi anya committee bia na me kra me so na me se mpacho omo kasa de a ene mo nya adwene sebi Lumba nye obia sa akeko ye wiase na Lumba enti no ye we ye jai ma mo nko a mo ntimi nya de enti na busu afanity committee so mo nya de omo mo ano and almost a win here.
But you call dating, says a sign.
Dating, dear. baby omoko share date no omoka say oh so on the CC kra na nya ya mo betimi ya ni 13 fa na say o kra nya ya mo betimi ahye na mini oban komo e course o nya no ntie ba na nada de so aban na o de na me o unim enkofo bebrebe wo committee no mo self interest mo fe na nada de so aban no na mo misa ne say baba yara ono mo so mo kotwia ye no okoye de connection na no makwakoye o abana like sikatwia num ni we say sika umbeka so metwia na enye sa papa no we good pa ono na yi ni bottom sika 20,000 e de twia e de say o baba yara o omoko uni say politicians e mo first country omo timi ko baabi mo mi say politician be ho na omoko ya omo 150,000 omo de 100,000 e de e buy like obi say na yi babuwa na afi de wo say opacho de wa ya kudu no e mo na ya anka entoko bi o kakasa bi o na nada de so aban na ko ka chem se opacho committee no me opese me ka na me so na say bibia be dig ma se me tiakra na ba se me besan bibia be de na ba besan obusuafo isu do so nti obi abet post ma me wa tra ba bi dia
o se nsem na wo kan pressure so my many lawyer and we in the judgment come down kakrama what's that lawyer I counsel my job now
you mean about me that's na
I told the change
but me never my the start baby oh nti sabaya mean waste you be time too much you know my body pop sabaya
thank you
but yes na asa medical patcho say what mama bia mo sorry am say oh lawyers na mo kuma yama anya dia ana bibisa me lawyer me send city ubetimi afa case obeye no me wo say we maybe I'm concerned or share. Do I want me target this say because try and cast a strategy. I want to strategize here, Bekwa and concerned or share. And you know, I don't just say maybe a lawyer and you know, and yet you bet me idea. So, but if you are not sending no share now, we see sending no pen. And I must stress to say, one more case, maybe a judge, you know. Waji bribe be and as a 1 to one share judgment and so on casa. So one tier one kind judgment and now one share ni omo ya ukasa we are your bomb. Na kase omo nyina lawyer for any judge no oba ye juma pa means that cases we be the bia usually it take about 4 years 5 years. I say be. Oh, men have years some more jackets. Yeah, they 4 years and they have some more jack trial. So it takes time and it takes effort. And Bausha kids when you know lawyers mean you know yeah more addresses yeah witness statements and my judge and it's not see throw this judgment all in 1 month. Okay, the uncle judgment. Owadi kanka near Yamami Sewa, Mokusia Sewa, no Shisha. Or see Yanka say, or no, ye. Nama Yamami or Doguni, and who didn't want to saw you or your hearing. Na, Member Busiano so and body we sell or ye. And all the transition counts a moment we receive body. And I could Odoboni can say. On also counterclaim say I could say wakra no onye ye as at the time ya papa we don't know or ye say ya wire no amamre kwanso enti no say ne kosi and a judge no now had to determine same way they are very important there was obi who say ya mami say waka say now when you na oni Eja Lumba warrior, a civil marriage a German. Well, enti yamra no so no. Say o ka say o ware wo man bi so na wan ware wo Ghana. E wo say wutimi kire court no sanye aware a e wo man no so no etie. E say judge no o Ghana school, wan ko Germany school. Enti oni sanye German emra concerning aware etie. And the Supreme Court I can so many times say so person prove say rare what could be so say the best way to do it is to use an expert witness. Expert witness near so be a why a jumana check a tutor a lawyer ni a lawyer academician will be our true book and I be on those topics. To bit me about Jinoma Casa ama court na agiatu. And say the meaning I can and no ebi a court no power. I can say meaning to but say 1 year to my was our training here will be our expert from another year at the amount now say win into. It generally no say you will prove expert witness is to use an expert from that jurisdiction. Now, case in the court, Yamami Kusiamo, I'm fat expert witness. I'm called. So, Nemo almost submitted documents. Nature said, your can is a marriage certificate, son of my friend, and already other documents to become, and no match as a but with the emphasis. Marriage certificate, any you know who do at the court. Say, marriage certificate no the court. Na signature, Mammy Sewa, and a Lumba. Almost the signature in this. So, and say, oh, I was saying, I will prove, say, expert, also prove foreign law. No? I say na Germany a warrior tie na went to improve ya mra wo Ghana a chef judge ne say improve expert law na fa law not to say a Ghana law sana mra na ko you going forward now the judge had to now so determine case as if he said or determine how warrior ya hye no Ghana so on said it Oba behwe and edian and krata ni ade a na omudi aba e kire se aware ni ade a hyehyɛ no Ghana. And honestly, so we share ordinance marriage either in Germany and our no Ghana. Ordinance marriage one of the first things ultimately kire say why certificate. Because who are you church, who are you AM ni ade as agree and white certificate ni the mouth. So and Mammy Akusia say one certificate no what they buy. Send a medical card, not the signature ni so. Na yewura Lumba so a signature ni so. It is judge and say me father say Sadan Sidia Mudia Bay a Ghana dia. A Ghana certificate no usually the signature also. And nipa obedi dance yama me Akusia say one baako ka say oh no wo and who say one sign certificate which means say who say almost sign there and I was say ka also so into share here na english so no say na Sanchez here no e mani edin say media to ebio certificate na mo de buy na ekuta any of signature ekuta obi for German penny signature award. Now what is certificate be ba and how the document be ba ekuta obi certificate obi signature nanti nipa kono anya citizen of that country that should be first certified by nipa kono and that's the agency no work. So say a signature way authentic because judge no take Ghana and I take Ghana. How do we know say that signature is authentic? Except nipa ko issue document no or be certified. Now apart from so what certified I was somebody called embassy no Ghana embassy na wo ho no
Germany
ho no no almost certified say oh yeah jitum says our signature way a free sir bia way I was Germany so I say because yes I ba Ghana and no na boy me jitum and I judge me jitum because obi no obetimi akoye sa investigation in the aba not just say ya jitum says you know important na ntia sa authentication and as I said and it years we be find say crojin no important and say you see evidence answer ye be jiatum no e was say ye jitum say certificate ni crojin no necessary say ye be determine say sa signatures ni ade no authentic so intino omantimi yeah mami akosi amantimi I'm making sure say nipa authenticate ade no obeya no e wo German and as obeya no e wo embassy ho no judge ni can say edin say baby no free until they certify from there and then they go to the embassy. That is what it says. So not just a yajiatu. Now you rely on a lot of provisions. So at 161, 123, and 123 no third one no who can not me show na for the intino me nanka. Yeah, showing say obia reasonable effort and say we can it here no we can it here no we can it here na charge ni kan nyina bom na say okay and na even charge ni kwase me nya kan ono so ko hwehwe ni bi ka ho na so kan nyina bom he is given the power to presume that it is authentic but okay judge ni or say all those documents you know effort no mo here I'm not medru nani. I say medru nani. Say let us you try Edema embassy for say effort all those things she was not aware of it. Well, so medru nani ma. It is very difficult to say from where she's sitting. Say the effort was being made to make sure that the certificates are authenticated. So, and like I was saying, you know, say what Ojiatum say Ghana, the man who follows so dear. Also, she said, no matter how much they buy the standards are set for a Ghana port. And then also medical can say or say there was no signature on both sides, like Obani signature, Bemani signature. So Osha, Ontimi admit to say, and I say, okay, so me exclude even all these documents from it. I was able to share, say, what the other evidence by let me prove to me, say, still, Mami, any papa worry by civil marriage. It's a beyond a modi bread, modi picture and buy. Picture modi buy, you know. Picture and say, bear money or buy to war almost sign document. Document, you know, obi and where the prayer was. So, and you know, a bad thing, and then before he had to sit there and say, Michelle document to pay their brand and picture pay their brand. It's say now almost sign a marriage certificate. It's very difficult to come to that. If I can categorically say, video mpo or home poa, you can imagine me so I can say, okay, we can say we can because video they are worried now. Yeah, worry. The able to say with some more questions. Usually, alright, most of the time it is consent. In the you so be a consent, so place. Well, you think no crowd that one man I come to the conclusion say our because so and who said some of the pictures and some of the videos now about that any judge so what I say and I know that because the piano lawyers say give us all this evidence now you have go prove case in the mouth but obi and far more And clients always do that because sometimes you case out to me my pressure, me here, yeah, farm and so I send back. Like I said now we cry. You know, but court there, they determine a case based on the evidence that they are bringing. And in your court system, no, most of the time, almost all the time, and yet the judge, responsibility say, or better compare evidence, maybe the other because, oh yes, sir, on your employer, so what you bribe. Now, can you see your judge, no, to share, no, I compare with, you only about 2 million, no, I don't know, every year. But, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Nti,
what's wrong with that? I'm full. I want to understand your opinion.
Like my co-host.
What go this say, Mommy, Sewa, by custom. I was saying kind of by custom. If you come to the good church, we say Ghana, you are your traditional marriage, your marriage by Mohammedan's ordinance, and your marriage by ordinance. So now traditional marriage, a bani bema and a wife and a bushia. Now bema no etimi wari become so pair.
Traditional marriage.
Traditional, a friend potentially polygamous. This all potential. And yeah, by force. A tradition to me why 2000 he answer betting me show. A grab of what a set is a traditional marriage. Imam the blessed Sonia the by no to me why 4 and an ordinance marriage dear or why back a Ghana between them and your bar no other day. Indeed, or explain this no can say if it's a be worried by traditional, just what ultimately worry become so. And about Mammy or Dobroni, so and I say, Mammy or Dobroni, the witness are obeyed dear dance here, man. Obey, I say, our Riana, yes, she share, almost she share your daddy Lumba few Tantra Hills, almost Kobe. And by the way, Judge Nika said, some witness or Jimmy Deeper, chain the other witnesses.
Incredible.
Also incredible. And Mamika Wencho said, Judge Bia would to me, say, Utimika said, Obi a credible and Obi credible. Because here you see her Kasa ko, Obi Kasana say, Be am Joe, Gra, Ebi a one coach training crowd to me who says, I dear way, dear. For instance, we bizarre question say, Mazola shoe a white and na why share shoe no I dream home 2 minutes. My first impression is a wunya abedi intro because they automatic say white. Well, some of the things that they are chair judges no more come into the court of appeal and overturning judgment just easy keke because the judge no be here case or what that advantage would be witness by witness understanding him sending on me or sending on Kasa into what me decide say we are credible, we are credible. And I walk as soon as I one 7 so and I will come we not now what can we are. And my ear straight away say when you're credible. And then your watch one or witness statement. So back na so be did dance ye busa wa ya toto wa no said ya na asema watch run and one na can and also ya ma if you say we are credible. And the Edikan or say Papa no dear dance here. He was very credible. And he said he was there when they got married. In addition to that, no only to me tender videos and show say Lumba na bonus bien and like I said, way and a year my and all those things. The same way Lumba na in his birthday or can say, Mommy, Sewa, and also come on, I didn't share, no so count, no can say, no so crying, no still what did he say? maame sewa still or traditional marriage with that Ntim no share all those pieces of evidence now. No say otimi establish facts and say eyampa say Lumba ware ma. Na so ware ma me na dia nan dia nia no hwehwe ne say o ware samba mi na no mu mi na abeye ne. Na the intention no because by as late as his 60th birthday, if you know otimi can say Mama say why a year and your nature say no GDA say Mama no year and send your only Mammy odo atna and then a woman 6 there were people present when there were pictures showing say ordinary show obia say a year just no sanka say even po sanka wanya ne ho ade a emramu no ya wo bibi e friend no presumption say aware ejina embema ne oba entem say wo ya bema na say wo ne oba etna na bebia one ne fa bebia o say o mi wife ni ona fufu anyina ni ne say o wife ni ona fufu anyina na makwayi abom ya say o Mr. and Mrs. na ma yeyi you can say motu kwan abom ma bon so abom we chanta di abom we ya sa nyoma ni nyina abom a mo ye mo manji mo atum say mo ya ware for nti mra so beka say mo ya ko mo egusian kwa mo manji atum ni nti no chese and o ka say o have pictures na Lumba de ne call was it Nanadu's no also they call President Mahama or they call IGP Dampare all those places show programs upon programs to show say it is sanka or one numpo by Mfan Sam Kwame meeting Sakra by his actions no and Sanamra that is presumption of marriage it is there. And papa na ye mama say wadim omkofa ne bae na obedi adanse ya o chirechire mu say ye kan ware one of the things that yetimi determine say aware ewo is that bema no share asante amamre no say bema o ye panyimu efa oba osa na so one ne tina say the yire na omobia hu say the yire ebusia ne fa ne say ayani so ma why mama say one witness and e be cast ade no court so what you say yes Mr. Kantanka wow
it is asante amamre no yes sir
you find say aware you it judge ne ka say even grandpa say if there was no picture no evidence be anywhere try say oni mama say wa mama odobro ni ware Krana, send your
witness, Mr. Kantanka.
Mammy say one and then buy.
Okay.
Obetri. Oh, there's almost a bill until I know buy no. Obeka send your new amamrete. And that is good because court ne yapen okre. Nti yape obi o woni die na osan beka no kre. Nti no ensem o kan no. Eno ana judge no kre use you because ono ano onim asante amamre to say Mr. Kantanka so enti no o say the Mr. Kantanka kra kan ye no enu ye no kra so no enya just Mr. yen na ye ni minua be motia ye presumption of marriage always there because enya de bia no bi koti obi tinsa but oba ni be matimi tina ma edru be bia emramu no oba ni timi claim say be your wife and I cohabitating for a long time. And it has been proven by more conduct. I said, my wife. Ebusiafoni, but my yama is in the abeji or yabeji to say, my wife.
So that means a plaintiff no witness in Ebeboa. Defendant.
or they make a decision say or share that the Lumba and okay bibi me say be more kind judgment no one tells here or yeah be discussing even the issue of domicile. Me can the domicile say baby out so na emremu no usually no nka baby a wo no e homra and e di ejuma so na emremu ye wo domicile ye oni me your place of kind of domicile of origin and domicile of what's the other one? Of choice. Thank you very much. What kind of
document? So document is in your head.
Now, so I say domicile of origin. The whole patient say, "Honey, wo." And Ghana for baby it is maybe I want to go Ghana, but or US citizen because.
It's a nipa no undinai can say Ghana they na still because here you say Lumba ekita
German citizen nti ebi mo fi say oh na say we graduate and nka German for omo ayi Ntim perform body cry ade and na judge ni kire say wo domicile no a wo na no dey hweso emra edidi determine was so what I say na domicile ni wo domicile of origin ni wo domicile of choice origin no ye baby e wo ni ade domicile of choice ni wa kofa but domicile of origin no lose because automatic ya wo no wo ya Ghana wo ya dia lose who could domicile of choice na yes what about the first domicile na emom se wo free baby a wakọ choose say wo tran ade na wo sense say wo suban ni bibia na samba wo domicile of origin na it say what to domicile of choice na
passport
and carry just what to actually no was na ogodi as a fact say but we say Lumba betina Ghana for more than 17 years
yeah
na so bia opeso wo ye Germany no enka obekwa Germany kakra but see the Tinabia Ghana our betina awo ma 6 ewa ha nti no ana dream no sisia no opeso ye Ghana ni
opeso no kita passport
but say ye share the law na was say apply no say I was so apply Ghana law because who say Lumba no opeso try Ghana no ye Ghana well in that context nti judge no otonibo se me share judgment na me hu say otonibo eko bebia fifi mu baby wa okra otonibo na say o me chewe ama Ghana for atiase because me hu say interest wo case ni nti anya say interest no na determine case no ba me chere say be obi abenya atiase kakra about sanye ye mra no efa aware ho ECTF
yes
asemi na ko kusi se court no ewu so do broni ya
pacho
me akoso se wa so ya
atoso kwa pi
o so wonya po na pi no so mai bi ti so ya yere aya ware no amamre kwa so na yesa eti se sa na ko ne bia se twika ni na efe yi no say ye ni de baso 13th ese baso awo se baso na ese baso because Oheneba enipa meka se Ghana for the Ghana for no den kan sa eni abusia for ni na ni ya se ya ba it is a year ni baso 13 for that I was set would be a position be a tiki ever say we won't give you up. Me shame be because you need Lumba Bobra na achievement the crowd will make it. The giddy years and come on to see a phone after you see the crowd we have in a come over joy. But one more yes it will be a give you up. Na e na ka mo nkusi e se be won deserve won e koso e be ya busuafo ni se o mo ye obi e ya de spectators e na ye kire ya de bo am but a come more chain beer. Be a chum, no one of the answer. One of my share one, yeah, can be kicking. The bear fatima, a year for the bar for the Busiana Casas of bear for to war. The be on the face of Mama outsiders. I you do. Yeah, one be in Yatiana. Now one casa most of funny. Yes. Lumba, a bear do yes, I hear TTV. And the son can wait jam on my friend and movie the much more so sad. Mikro, the airport after. We be a job band to be in front of all brothers. All brothers a day, mammy be born in the hour, obey the money. Mara wotia si no ye wasabi ye woni enwom kekere de ma mane bo ma mane be ye tourist figure for travel from all over the world every shama no we enjoy it the busia so ye kuro no so enjoy it as ma make investigation ya bo ye ma band na bo na from all brothers so we need gold plate kura with that music sabi obey you ye practice our knowledge. Omu di you know. There's a professor be an old he said be meet, not come professor, be answer. School of Communication. Now we try to take a back chronicle. Now the article go over to you can quote to the house number. That was so on Preview Street. Professor answer we are ni fee service of the Muslim fee at a Kwame Derby, a very tourist site for 4 travel question. Lumba ye more than examples are made. Ubekaya or him, go free me. Or more do bobo boy you put first and teach see one. But do boy you can cook it. Money for Steve, money being for money of a man. Share a go to Lumba year. You say after a year you put one number. Food will probably free. Eh, I'm even for many way for seeing a Lumba in the boy. And I'm not too much and what say I hear. No one who's almost said, I almost say, oh, yeah, most spectators say, they are near 2 moon, 1 money in you. But the more money and I'm going to send on a person of 1 pound. Lumba deserve what this. Now, me would say, Oheneba, near, I'm not do this level. So, what I say, in a can customs, it drew a year you was your penny. LED when they organize when they be piada. Yes. No, we shall put the Casapre do to me, a sample sir. When they are by years something America. Sabe, your friend is saying Africa, they can traditional democracy now you practice. They start the Busia penny level. The Busia penny will be walking 100% here, Busiano, what he feared. The patrol to the veteran as a tin of Busia Penino, a Busiani na the Shia, near you know. We are one so high and not what you feel. It is free walk on a flower here, a father into a fair year, a fair big beer, one is spearheaded. A fan pie walk, Mema Bush I have to pardon. They are wonderful. Who near the overpass. The Busia penny named the Queen, so good. I don't want to call you now. As I can watch a daka. You do grave one. The Busia penny in a house with Musa, who we are near to call you. I said, it was here. The Busia penny really a big that the assembly is a Lumba, a free one. You are limited Busia penny. You are limited, so it's like you're going to be a sim. Otherwise, Cassim will say you. Can you say? Because Mr. Dear Busia penny last week, I wanted to be back to her with a motion and did me in a or a man of peace. Pacifist. And I said, what is said, Sabi, we are going to trouble and move her baby. And so, cast on the planet ahead a sinner, who there was a movement. Yes, this is the manner. And come on, the class said, well, no. And one she said, Lumba, ye be a ye come to Casabiano. You were your systems a year, or be a Nisika. Why am I so also ya can Yanamaboa? See a year. Yeah, dotty. Immediate Nasi. What do you say? What they are taking away? Adaka visible. and no near bonds one. Now that can part of training them. Part of training key with different 3 people. Send me being to me better. If we are here, I think that can see baby a CDC. Be part of the Kitaki. A druce Monday near Buka. Baby a sick be a fire baby. Patron make out here said. It is a Lumba ye. Ah, yen and ye brown. One Mukusi County, Cassie County 7. Also, Kaya Conny proper, I can't quarter. I wish your penny neighborhood responsible. I say, or move baby a book. If I saw could be your home, it will see Lumba Museum or myself. You know, Cassive, even sponsors be a bear. The bear to your man or more with drum seeker. And what I'm catching almost started with draw because almost the Lumba hot dog would the bra a month for organizing vegetable with a penny so what tears in. She not a fair to the 1 week at twice who could see a year they were going to game Miss Oma Sarah. Me a man for 2 or my drum seeker because as if she any accounts why you push your penny allow him. Was should be a set because Oba push your penny duty now, no should be a set. It is not him from so horror. It's a bassy a book cat, no a pisica, or no casa, and a shep of people. Yama Pansa is like a failure. I want to so for money and near push your penny. Enya outsiders who don't belong to the family and the near push your penny nature, the better than a year in the coso. And it's not now anywhere. What do you busa? I can't watch out for the one who be a busa. They say, the apostle of service, I said, a corner one. Lumba this year. Where this year? Yeah. Seven previous. We share, we try to notice a very hard in the time. Say, no, Oheneba. I was up in the time. It means to say, BBC were here more, or no neighborhood responsible. Your best friend and him fear, and it's now they check her say, a bra, my maid, Bimpoma can't tamono. Ah, you're fine, and one money to you. I was a penny. The Busian will be a mistake here, and also be committee offense here. Is the Busian penny who is head responsible? One of the neighborhood responsible to lawyer for Musa or say, written a mamma Cosia file here. At the end of society of Busian penny. No one cited. Mamma Bimpoma now for steer now of Puku, whatever. Because a Busian penny, we young so more. Then go we near, let's a summer hold you. Excessive be a Busian penny, but then the Lumba do we a Busian penny, you know. She said, your billeted of crowd. Your billeted of. And no come when I'm dear Cosso, no Cosso, as I said, what our woman. More Kama will be who said they should allow a Busian penny to organize the funeral because a Busian penny somewhere or hidden pop ever can't wait. You're careful. To the order, so we copy your tomb for any for the head. So tomb for to me, sir, because he say, but we want to need some Busian penny home. There's a Busian penny, I didn't a pan or channel, but tell your sister one, and what I can, and what we see the top hierarchy. A participatory democracy, no more practice. A Busian penny no represented the grassroots and the quack and you feel or he be the whole bit to me at Busian penny new road nase and can sabe as we go do that there so a penny one or he no or because my take you over but only a Busian penny they are the form. Still a bit to who I say sabe a year can see to say Lumba ye. A do some more young ones and what yet me yeah local be there to take it to the other cabisi. Lumba no more dear no. And your bank ni petite that. One more film now don't come when you say I say that guy is one year bomb. Sikabu. Lumba just the same. We have bank statement are printed a cabin now one boy not say we be this no. And blue hop class look at this. That's as a Lumba and my one is a good and one say. Achievement Lumba we are saying we deserve undeserved this. Or no soon you want to abon you want to one must say when you're careful, Mamma, yes, I'm a train, most mommy so man I am. What's not this, what's not injunction, and dear can't this. Oh, I lawyer for more clients if no one can no be and give up. They should throw that out. Ni enhye Lumba ni monyam no waye bi. Ni enya de ye no de sufre. Eye busua pani du ti mo ma ne na yie odi sika ye behu. Eye no so ye ni ye be fe ba mu nyina. Because me personal message to be Lumba ni ama ne ba ko. Omu ho na ye de ntoma mo de be Lumba yi e hye ne nsa. Aso ka hemfa so a obenya ni sika benya diwo. Ni funu po de mama bo yi ko de mama de ye yie ko de ni funu po. But and that's some way kwa o na fofora hyase adenti na se ba ne sa nana kwame ampadu free mu no hwe nana kwame ampadu ni papa de free kwa wo ni maami ye kwa wuni unse kayan so akanfo de kay o maami sa na beboa but o mo tena asiti ase se no obebo himu bia na ye de papa sa ne papa kuru tie fa ne fo ho mpa ye yi ani ye de ko ye unsa se ampadu maami free owua eso mo husa na koma ne ye ko etu owu pra mo me ante ase ne mfa ne kokko because na ye ni it was beautiful otu fruit ne himfu ina ba Lumba ye bigger kra edu Lumba so a we si say na busua pani na so olidi ade no so no tese ya na kwala bi etu oni ano etu hu di ade ni etire ni nko ekwa kosi obi ono ni 1 week ya hu di esi ye na kaye na kasa asu look at this then you see board ni se etia busua pani na lawyer he see board mi na ye ya ma busua pani kwa so onye na ya owi a ye hold no responsible be board mi ni free no free ya omo sabe wa hema na mi pe Lumba kakra enye wo wunti na se be ban no yes na me ban no na opani na bre ese ba sa kwa dadi ye believe o obi wu a ye fe say honam de da ho but it means a lot. Go and read the Bible. Abra Joseph ni papa wu ye ewo Misrim e hye ya posisi e ni ko du ye e ma ne ko rest ye gidi enipa wu keke etu nya wu ye nye de sase ye ya we are punishing him. Let me do 1 week, do 40 days, say bibia near your crowchi. Ye near the ya Lumba on coil. He's still around suffering. It is said, ye beja man sono, and where ye say, near the Lumba pine camera. I'm a new dear son and sacra. Yet, I didn't think a young tears of my sister. The role of the family. And they say, so I dish a bit from number woman and woman go say. Yes, seen it to my boy about it. I'm now, who probably why you so defend you when you're 7. Who bet you think a crama? Oh, 7 previous. I came out one day or him. Bar me bar out to the dinner said. It is said, well, in windows, insinuations, implying said, Odo Bruni, any nipper been a Lumba. When I want to be. Then, on red when I'm saying, go one day, and a text message. Oheneba call me Lumba. I say, don't treat me. It's me in your freeze out. And I saw me turn about here, no be there. And I'm afraid, no one. Also, me here or help for me both and me back clinic. And I'm so cool to do my member fee. Oheneba is short or not. They call Lumba fee every day. The medical report. You say doctor-patient confidentiality. Who be close now me come once a much over saying I miss to say Lumba at 10 years. We call on the 10 time I'm starting born on that 10 years. Everyone wants to survive for 10 years. To me, then the casa be catching the pace of young people. A lot of disorders in the body. A lot. It was that day. From there now, we need to be near Sion. For me, my name is clinical. Me, I'm a dear do command with fear. But church in Miania when you to be my wife. Echo the one who training or do Bruni Miania 1 man. Because can't we were here. Said, don't deep my time. One I say, sir, me, I say, me example bi say o ka kire be say ye poison no na me lie o kire me baby ye poison no ne say ne a o ka sas no o su because o so mo dey fa fufuo mu it would be we ye na onya crisis e ko do hospital mu twa scan o mu twa scan no and o mu sa dey round one be that here ti abrofo doctors ne feel say e cocaine wa memere asam me kan bi no tue da ponya ko panim me ye pani I don't lie tabrofo ni hu sa no o mu dwene sa wana me me cocaine mo fa ne to no mu Ohema Lumba customer no usu no mo to na twene ye o da ho be 2 hours no o mu ye Ntim kese pa na me catch on no wo da ho be 2 hours no mu no say wo ye na cocaine wa me me no mu ye ti am sam ko he no mo say trust kan na ade na na e kire o say ada just if you hold afraid you will teach no mu say poison isi bi dino tue da ko ni na me kasa mu Lumba kasa no usu the man has really suffered and no na wese ne yade no it on air na omo ye nimu de eku no ye nimu de eku ne ko ye post mortem na me di we ye example men can sebe maami akoso say wa ne poison I didn't say that or no kasa so can say yes I am for be he told me now I was very happy say Kofi Tisuba later ebe confirm say was say now for the poison if you na ya dey bebre I know his medical report me medical doctor I practice natural medicine license 1 ono aso ban me no hu wa me de boa me change na dua me man me yiri ko di fi ko kirenes ene ma woni they are not every sick concerning the disease pacho wutie me then I use this as example say munya say postmortem na postmortem you can say any postmortem the eye na is okay yen ko ja ne kwan no won hu me no apre wa mo se makoka na yen ka atam bibie no kwa na mitimi kan bi ba me kan ba ko obi ka che se mi tikoto nyansa bi mi tikoto nyansa ni and I'm still look at this I don't know what to do basa and then dia me ka bia ne se abusuafo a motie mi Lumba ya modisi o ya de spectators dia mo ya ne da ho twen mo etimo obi ansaranda na se 13 fo ya nkosie Lumba after that obi apeso ye bia no mo ye so ba twema nso so be kan say yo na mo mu a mo pesa mo put the role of abusuapani de mo ye ti no chieftains will support you so bia no say abusuapani be yi a na boni se one e be so ni biam e be yire no etu one na so hwe say ya pra de dehye no why don't we know this esese yehu abusuapani ordinary na sabe oyema wo hwe family tree a the family tree any there family tree any there
what's the family
like ebusienti a
say your family no
yeah auntie you can me dey family tree as a bear but I say ebusuapani ko nye moja you can family tree any there you only see one branches eti stem no any maami a odi kan pa for na ye come material stem no any maami odi kan na sefo e trepo odi kan ye he eduane root na e ancestors no bia ye ni wo because generation after generation ti ye pastor na fe branches na e ko ti ye draw Lumba busua family tree branches no abusua pani ka ho eti na ye to abaye abusua pa ye yi no eti se Lumba nko awu ya ye timi ka se abusua pani nya blood why don't you check it let's say you pekwa bi ability man no na chese ye twi afa ne so and obi bia so be ka se ayi si akama mu a eye man na run ye o twa ntro wo ba suggest kire busua pe no po be fa pa wo fa
oba
dabi ye ofia it's all about abusua pani lawyer or person sabi chiro mu
no contrary to expert witness safo kan tank on by
no opani wa lawyer wa nche safo kan tank dey na say
it's documented I want say
and I'm say
wait me bia
one tia say because mami chiro mu tie one tia say obi wu a will fear a Yabusia penny. No consult to man.
I feel a watch
Or consult but the information we did go on to say a man is here, almost a man organized a year. Oh, lawyers, information a video about 10 or no. Send me what idea me tea, one more said one face or Cassama Mammy, I'm say one day or do me tea will be at the one idea. Information what one tennis a ma and the sea obi. The Tomunyama Lumba sisters see no.
It's in part yourself, Ubra, one is here.
Ubra, a Yabusapani. Yes.
Now, my miss,
oh, mammy, a Yabusapani. Now, when the mammy Cla Hanama. Me papa, we are, papa, a Busia meeting, no Busia Casse. Mon copper Bessia. Woman, you said, Bian, the Papa with Scout, they are rich, on Bayon Papa. But on back was a more purpose. Before the customer competition, it be a discussion about budget here, a day by a year, a positioning now. That's okay, you with the Lumba year, yeah, the 100 billion every year. We are one when saw amount to be a showman, as young customer who first come as a more purpose. If I told what you are sense. Now, what the Pisicani by a more musical, but indirect to a say, I am Musica. Ye no obi asika wode ba ye betia ma wo ena mo amo wo sika na mo mami se mo papa mo pese mo ye show e boro so a mo besra busua pani se obi antana nche ye pese ye papa yi eno mo sra o besra ansa etulumba maami wu ya mesa wu ye no obi anim se ono ana ye ayi no eso wo sra busua pani waji permission
ansa
yes. A son yana kama me papa your friend Ntim ko tafo owu ye wanyama me pena me ye na yi but abusua ni hia man ka so obi anyina nche me be ye yi abusua ni hia no bisa se di sika se ne be ye ene ye to akene they know very well say me ana me ye ene obi soja se se the 5 billion na so 5 bi so ye nya the 7 afena abusua pese ye ko pe be se amara. And so I took over the funeral. You hear who a conta. A conta near two will be a visitor free eye. Ama. Now you know you're well organized. And to a bar or nearby, sorry, it's never true. I was your penny.
I just said, near ban, you
consult a busia penny
or the year the man.
No problem. On that's all Daniama or Tawachi.
Me purchase a union bema and a free. It's obey to me as rebusia paying. Say, okay, if I have a busia for ye, Name for Steve, and I say a Bepoma. Me will say Sikana Mabon, Ebia, if I say 200,000, me will till the source of a year, man, I mean, your obey to us.
Which means, I say for your mouth now, way. Yan Canisa. Oh, Bebois, I might have something at Tawachi. You say you seek up. Yes, and yes, something previous. And your business, and what to profit. If you say a bad man, you bet me. The point is that Bibia hanging on the Busian power. Say free the Baho, say free me and Baho, say free will be a. What are your further investigation? The catch of the boy. Oh, son of the yes. Sabe, so na oma mi le fi mo na papa. Enti wanyama, we gi na busapani ye ni ope. Na so obi anim say, udi, then udi bre, bibi e gina wo so.
Me je permission on the man.
Better. Power say, Lumba de, it's like a busapani is nobody. Every day your allegation tia no your allegation tia busapani. Obo wa, yes say. Oh yes sir, yes say. O onye free. To oye bibi kro wo soro. Left and right, so that a day a year de maso and I said day. Obia to me is put the pop of Busapani down. It's not done or 2 for Mapai, or he be a Mapai. Or he be a Mapai. It's not done, and ya can't quarter, and ya Santi quarter. It's not done anywhere. It is said, one more face said, say, they should throw the towel. Then 10 times, you know, come on, People are ready to help Lumba. I got a Pamayama, more Kelly, Pia, me can interest in Obia Mora. Our who I know we have some more can now see we have the better as a someone tell they are. Now it pains me, sir. Mona, someone come on. Mama outside this. And na inside, you know. Sabe, one more form Ntim legal, it one a film movie. One more from Ntim legal, one more say no, oh, say no. Mother wine.
Your dog would do Lumba ama almost per se a pepper ye a beba.
Pepper and your fans say, you know, pepper your banners and a yellow. On so camera, now we saw to be a goose penny. Would be a goose penny. No, we saw to be a goose and a power so. With the court case, but chasing. Was you sort of obey sort of goose penny? I say, I want. We try it here, there can be a homa, or what we try it here, there can be a homa. Enti, we're pushing a penny in the year today of a bushia, whom will be oh, a derided will be good and do Moasia, and your busiano. Yes, why do Ashantis always fight for their king? Or two for when we go as a Santa Maria and Maguas, it will be fight for two for Santa Busian so ten. It would be your 10 chance won't go a busian. Many anyone say, a yearly term one the best row. What the best row? Why do you allow that? And we are 2 bush and pennies only to pack. I don't call away. That's any idea. Now I dare to. When you have your tone, it is when you have to get but yet you have some ask to park in your room. Ah, sir. Serious one. What's up, Panibia?
And they bring AI level here, you want a Gen Z. Obi Kumu, I'm yet I dare not train any Bobani, and will be Kitaki.
Bibi Kakrabi, you're free. You're calling pure one. Yeah, you're free mono. You're free mono. Pay a cannon on Casabe Sabe, who don't bring you a tea. I was said, the money free. Near 2 feet. Canena, and then so PNDC no 1 near or Baukitamba, or Pamongo Phoebe, near Buya near so. That's no find the proper one. I say a tomb. Okay. I say a tomb in Palaninti, and know your one. And I can't near him unifuneda in some tribes. They see a year money free. The more near my chest, so you put a phone with Gabi. What did ye and idiot? Ye one grand film. You don't be so about pennies I will control. Ubatan and even paint so chuma. Clay. And ever paint is who become some big are well, Daddy and a bit tell me I'm a one do it. Who will be a good painting. And you better tell if you are going proper Ekuna.
And he was right.
But Kakra, with the mission today, Mini was a one doing film, but Madame Metro have been to the day. Article 26, clause 2 of your constitution. Any customary, any cultural practices be dehumanized in PBI, it is automatically abolished. Also still I know what we painting where I also when you free. Also still when you free. So if it dehumanizes somebody, automatically
book do on combat fashion, I mean
and so if it is deemed there is really it dehumanizes and still there automatically the
constitution abolishes. No. You don't from said you bet 2 or 3 someone. That's how man in the house. It's allowed. So the same constitution is freedom of religion. The same constitution. We also your religion maybe I practice. What are Roma? Obama be kwana men kind of where you so you know and obey. Yes. If so you know obey. In so no so as a set what they a war tomb. So it doesn't dehumanize anybody. And your mamma as I said, your all share Kunanino Swan, Egina no ability obedware one on a bathroom wa obedware ojina so no privacy where your current are you ya modernize na
No, that one no problem.
thank you
But
sɛ odware nso a ɛsɛ sɛ ogya nsuo kakra wɔ bokiti no ase na deɛ wɔhwɛ ne soɔ no abɛfa kohwie gu amane kyerɛ sɛ wɔnunu nto okunafoɔ wɔ fie enti wɔmane kɔda ntɛm by 7-6 wɔwura dem dada akɔda oh yes that 1 year ɛda a wɔde okunafoɔ yi bɛhyɛ kuna mu no deɛ ɛsɛ sɛ obu ada deɛ na yɛde bɛsta to no food wundidi aduane ɛsɛ sɛ odi kosi sɛ obedi aduane a ɛsɛ sɛ odi ekosi sɛ obedi na wɔtwe da no ɛne aduane a wapɔ ho ayɛ aduane a yɛasɔ ho like ekwegbemu ɛmɔ ne saa yɛ
Okay, right shoulder.
yɛapɔ ho
Because it's already now watching that.
yes bio ɛsɛ sɛ okunafo bio ɛnsɛ sɛ okunafoɔ no nko ada
ɛnsɛ sɛ okunafoɔ no kɔ
yes wɔda nso a oni ho kwan sɛ ɔkasa
ɛwɔ kuna
yes sɛ wɔda nso a ɛsɛ sɛ wɔda ɛmaa mpanimfoɔ mmienu ntam ɛsɛ sɛ kanea nso pa ne ho anadwo nyinaa ne asɔ bobo subutan this is a modern book written by Nana Kwati Amanfo yahawo
ntie
na kuna no sɛdeɛ wɔte kuna dɔsɔ no wɔse sɛdeɛ wɔte kuna dɔsɔ no ne sɛ ɔbɛrima a ɔbɛfa kuna baa no no bɛka start from here kuna dɔsɔ na mɛpɛ
To kuna ne ti Germany a when you're very.
wei say
One of that in check.
ha wɔsa asrɛ bio sɛ ɔmo kunafoɔ no na wɔni kuna no wɔni kuna no mara nyinaa so no kuna dɔsɔ no nneɛma a wɔde yɛ ni ntomako ana duku bi a wapam ɛna wɔde boɔ ketewa bi ɛne atuduro abɔ ano ɛne safoa ne yɛde ato wasene wɔkyerɛ mu kɔfɛ na ɔbɛka kyerɛ sɛ safoa no yɛde akoro so vagina sɛdeɛ bɛ sama ne ɛma mɛyɛ sex ɛyɛ amammerɛ ɛno deɛ ntwa mu de practice it eti wopɛ sɛ ɔyɛ proper kuna na ɔmo kakekare de take you through this.
And this is the few man penny.
If you man penny na you and your bema. Yes, one year na so kusa penny na best select woman.
1 year na 6 months
Oh yeah, 1 year.
Number 2 kuna for obetumi akọ adwuma. Like daily activities say me sorry anopa.
Penny a watie nyina no.
adwuma bi
Yes.
Eni say oye adwuma.
Na bi akọ black. Oh fi. Penny ye kan nyina. But what am I saying? Eti akan proper kuna no yi bi afiri mu te say kwadi funu ne na lesa. But when we they still do it. They still do it. Pa. Men put fear in anybody. Wala say bia obe ignore. No na say kuna party a you go by this. When a man yes. Then we say organize here. Say you can you know. Under the proper supervision of abusia penny, young Piabusia penny in that time, oh, be Piamu, Mia baby and me will be a year. A baby and me and papa ye. Yamma acquire a busia penny, Emma or Quine, or Casa 1 penny, I wouldn't share yet. Or Casa 1 penny be a year. Ye go for who are it really down papa fee. And no problem with permission. Mammy for